Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad and Charity on a beautiful Saturday, balmy 34 degrees or 35 degrees. I don't know. I forget these things. It's cold. I don't know. Beautiful scenery. Most of the leaves have fallen. Still some holdouts. And fall's clutches. But otherwise, very good. So we seen last night that not much happened. Our world did not end. All we seen was some walking around and megaphones shouting how this is all about disband and disarm and demolish the fabric of our society, because a 17-year-old decided to not die at the hands of his attackers. Yeah, well, see, it's all about changing the narrative, okay? It's not about the truth. It's about perverting the truth to fit their narrative, which is the ultimate destruction of our whole way of life. Worldwide. And while we have protest in the streets, mostly peaceful protest in the streets, that are very adversarial to our way of life, the rest of the world is having protest in the streets for their way of life that they've known for some of them more than 1,000 years. I'm talking about the Netherlands, I'm talking about France, I'm talking about Australia, UK, Germany. Everybody is in the streets. And they are not happy. And they're fighting a tyrannical regime that's telling them that, well, you know, you need to do what you're told. Yeah, do what you're told. Because if you don't, we will beat you. That is it. That is the gist of their authority. Do as we say. And folks are not happy about this. They are definitely not happy about this. As they shouldn't be. Who would be happy about a government regime, your own fucking government, telling you that you've got to conform to their ways, which is totally against everything that your way of life has been and always has been. And this has been going on for, what, a year or two? And these regimes don't care. They don't care what is being said. They don't care if you go out there and speak your mind and beat up the police and whatever things kids are doing nowadays. They just don't care. They go right ahead with their plan. Because they are just following orders. You understand? They are following orders from their intergalactic overlords. And it just goes down from there. As we learned in the Nuremberg trials, I was just following orders is not a good defense. Yeah. Not a good defense. So what do we do about it? Well, it takes a lot more than what we're actually willing to do. It really is. We in this country are so divided. But I would, that's the optics of it. Oh, we've got some ducks in the water, mallards. But that's what they would lead you to believe. The blim and the quifa elements, the weaponized arm of the democratics. They're just a very small minority, really are. But they're loud and they're intimidating, just like most bullies. So going back to school, back to the school days when you would have a bully, one bully, who pushed people around, and stole their lunch money, and just, smacking people around, doing what he wanted. How do you deal with that bully? It usually takes one person to say, that's enough. I'm going to bloody that nose for you. And the bully experiences defeat, humiliation, and is embarrassed and humbled. And that in turn emboldens everybody else to not comply with that bully. And so the bully, the school bully, loses power. He loses influence. He never had any courage in the first place. And one little guy with a mean right hook let him know that. So now the bully has to endure the insults and wear that injury of his blackened eye, bloodied nose for the rest of his history in that school. We've all seen this. We've all seen this. Bullies in school. Now, if they're not, you see what happens. You see what happens when everyone just complies with the bully's demands. The bully turns everything into fear. Everyone is afraid. Everyone just complies. And the roots of tyranny are established. And the bully gets more friends. Because he knows now, I've got to keep up this persona. I've got to keep this going. So the bully gets friends, and the tyranny increases. And no one is safe. Because now he has perceivable strength in numbers. Even though he's outnumbered at least 20-1. What's that, what's the motto of the SAS? Was it who dares wins? That's it. They dare. They are not opposed. They are not stopped in their tracks. They are not shut down. And they win. Yes, there are ways to deal with a bully. But what if the bully was the teachers? What if the bully were the absolute authority figures that we all look to for guidance and safety and security? What if they are the bullies? What do you do then? Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. If they're elected, we used to have an election process. There used to be a thing. Now everyone is just appointed. Ooh, Charlie horse. All right. And all those that are in power. It's a funny thing how those of them, they that are in charge, I say that loosely, all come from the same place. Look it up. A fellow subscriber brought this to my attention. A journalist named Wolf brought this up to everybody's attention. The World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum, yeah, those people, the cabal, they have schools, they have colleges where these young leaders go. And the road is paved for them to take over and to enact their sinister plan against you, which they really, truly believe is the benefit of all humanity and the world. It's got to be sustainable. Got to make things sustainable, don't we? Yeah. See all those dead trees, dead branches, fallen, massive trees that just been uprooted, fallen down, rotting away, creating a nuisance. That is the self-correcting system of this planet. That is it. The I don't know which, the regime, the world regime, would like to just cut all these down. So therefore nothing gets broken. Nothing dies. Now it's sustainable. And we'll plant whatever trees we wish. Because that is how we do things. That's how you make it sustainable. And they'll get X amount of water and X amount of food, and This will be a parking lot. Stand by. Hello. Good morning. Come on, Jerry. This way. Another freedom walker. Ooh. What do you have here? So, that is their plan. Is just take all this down, reshape, remake everything from scratch, destroy it all, throw it away, destroy, demolish, defund, and then they can build back better. Destruction breeds creation. Creation breeds destruction. It's a circle of life. At least on this planet, and most other planets as well. Oh, we've got deer hanging out. See if you can spot them down the trail there. Looks like a female. All right, we're gonna go this way. Hey, mama. Something more sustainable. All they need to do is dare to do something. That's all. That is all. Just a dare. That's all it takes. Right, Charity. So fighting that, it's going to be a lot harder than we think. Actually, it's easy to do it. It's extremely easy. And we've done it many times in history. We have. Oh, Charity's hunting a squirrel, which I don't like this because he's next to the road. Okay, there we go. I don't want to chase his little ass into the road where he gets squished. I feel bad about that. And I'd have to take him with me, clean him up, but maybe fry him or something. Thank you for your sacrifice. Sorry for our actions caused your death, you know? There's no accountability now. For them, anyway, because they have a mission. They're on an agenda. A worldwide agenda. Been going like that for quite some time. Now, it is time. All the pieces are in place. They can now enact their plan with the utmost impunity. And so what if somebody opposes? They own everything, right? Literally, they do own everything. But what is ownership? What is ownership? I like that concept from the Indians, Native Americans of this land. But they in turn as well had their own little territories that they enacted their influence upon. So but this system that we have to work work from sun up to sundown for somebody else, and we work for these marks that we get to put into a bank, which in turn they give us a little card with numbers on it. It tells us how many numbers we have. And at any point in time, they can just take the numbers away. Or, what they figured out is how to add numbers. Yeah. And you work and you work and you find ways to get around that, circumvent that system, to get more numbers, more decimal points. Move that decimal point around. And you in turn get to enact your goal. Buying a house, buying a car. Then you get a wife or a husband. You get a partner. You guys both get together and start to advantage the system. But the whole time, you gotta pay this fee, you gotta pay that fee, there's taxes involved. Oh, you're starting to make more money. Well, guess what? We're gonna tax you even more. Because you have no say. You have no way of stopping us. It forces either compliance or ingenuity. Ingenuity, my friends, is how we win. That's how we win. This noise you're hearing, this is definitely leaf season, right? So this noise you're hearing, this guy using a snowblower to move the leaves off his property. Ingenuity. Who needs a rake? Got a snowblower. Ain't it grand? And he either did one of two things to get that snowblower. He worked hard, saved his shillings, either bought it brand spanking new or used, doesn't matter. Or it's borrowed, or it's free. Could be free. Free happens. Sometimes it's not ethical to get free. But look what's happening to us as a world society. Things are being taken, and we're allowing them. We have the thief. The thief in the night just came in and stole the world as we know it, and installed something far worse than we could ever possibly imagine. Charity. She almost got him. That's a squirrel that just didn't know. Didn't know what was up. Black squirrel. You think these guys would have a bit of... They do. They know their history, because they've tried and tried and tried for extremely long period of time in our history as a humanoid species on this planet. That they have constantly been beaten, broken down, and forced back under the rock, so that they could, you know, exact their plans in secret, compiling money, fighting the very system, perverting the very system and advantaging it to their, taking advantage of it for our own demise, using our system against us. Crazy. And we allowed them to happen. Allowed this all to happen. Oh! Fix it. Fix it. Good girl. Nope, gotta fix it. Good girl. All right. She never catches them. I'm waiting for that one squirrel to go, ain't happening, bruh. There are squirrels like that out there. And usually, oftentimes I found when that happens to Charity, because she is a bully, she's an alpha bitch, that it stops her in her tracks. She's used to them running. Got a biker. Hey, ho! Go on this side of the trail. And all the biker to bike. Oh, there you go. I'll stay between you and the road. Yeah. All right, good. Dead squirrel on the road. Damn. Let me tell you. Let me tofu. This way. This way. Let's hit the trail again. Oh. Yeah. So we've seen. If you guys have been watching these, I implore you to check out the riots of the world, the peaceful protest. They're not so peaceful. They're really not. Things getting burned and destroyed, and people getting beat up. The Netherlands, they are literally. I mean, we know that the cops in Australia are pretty brutal. The Netherlands cops, man, oh my God. Like, most of the cops in Australia, they're your average person, mostly women. There's some jackbooted thugs on steroids. It appears that all of the Leos in Netherlands are jacked up, steroid using monsters. But and they're violent. Hello. It's I mean, they're tossing people around like rag dolls. It's funny how here the Quifas, and the Blim, our socialist, social justice warriors are fighting to radically change our way of life, whereas overseas, in other countries, they're fighting to keep their way of life along with the people. Any way to stir up the chaos and the conflict, just means to an end, all right? Means to an end. So, if I can do this. Oh, it's not working. Well, anyway, I'll just do it this way then. Yeah. So, this has been Mad Shad and Charity on a walkabout. Encouraging you all to, tonight, 7 p.m., Trial by Axe. Come and play the game. I think we've figured it all out from last week. You can actually play the game, Trial by Axe. And our favorite potato is the one on the axe wall. So it ought to be good times. I'll discuss the rules as we go along, and of course, you know, there's others in the chat that have played as well, and they too can discuss the rules. And of course, you can just watch them, or just watch them play. Watch us play. Good times. Yep. So, Trialbacks, or Domer Meth Axe. So this has been me, Shad, and Charity, encouraging y'all to continue to train, continue to prep, because we all know it's a mad, mad world out there.